Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and WWE issue number 9. Yeah, this is the Roman Reigns issue. Hopefully, it's the only freaking one. Yeah. Anyway, basically, it's the backstory of Roman Reigns up when, at one point, he's the heavyweight champion and he loses it to Seth Rollins, and then all of a sudden Dean Ambrose comes in and cashes in with the Money in the Bank contract that he just won earlier in the night. And yeah, that's that. But we also go back in time and we see when he was a little kid playing with his friends, and a little kid playing football, and a little kid playing with the Usos, and Rikishi comes walking in, the Usos' his dad, and we get to see him when he was a little kid, and he was watching some sold-out arena someplace where his dad and Uncle Afa, so Sika and Afa, were out as the Wild Samoans doing the thing. He's like, Mom, why are they booing Uncle Afa, or Afa? Yeah, why are they booing them? Why are they booing the Wild Samoans? And what do you call it? At one point, his mom's just like, you know what? They're going to cheer who they want and boo who they want. And then they showed these two white guys come walking in, and they were being cheered and called champs and blah, blah, blah. And I'm seeing something there. I think that Dennis Hopeless is trying to point something out. Brother, this guy's got to be a longtime WWE fan to be able to write all this stuff and have all this legacy in there. Come on, man. I was alive back during that time, all right? I was a little kid, and I was watching the Wild Samoans, all right, running around and doing their thing. And I'm telling you right now, the reason why we all booed them is because they were the bad guys. They would go around, they would do the cheap shots, they were like the Ric Flairs, you know what I'm saying, of the tag team world, and just hitting people below the belt and biting people and just, you know, the crazy headbutts all the time, which at the time in the WWE, I believe were technically considered illegal. I don't remember that well, but I do remember a very big deal about the headbutts and the refs trying to stop it. Like, that was just too barbaric of a move. So, yeah. And plus, you usually had to be a bad guy to do the headbutts. I think the first person, to the best of my recollection, who did headbutts, who was considered a good guy, would be the Junkyard Dog. So, yeah. That was sometime after the Wild Samoans. Not very long, but long enough. Anyway, yeah. The Wild Samoans were bad guys. All right? I don't want to hear it's because they were darker skinned that they were, you know, booed. Nah, sorry. There were plenty of other guys who were cheered, like Rocky Johnson and his partner. For crying out loud, I know the guy's name, and I met him, shook his hand, and talked with him for a long time. Mr. Tony Atlas. There we go. Jeez, Mr. Universe, Tony Atlas. Anyway, yeah. So I just no. Sorry, no. It's just, you know what, like. The people choose to boo who they want to boo. I boo him because I just don't think that he's got nearly as much talent as Seth Rollins did, and that was his big opponent at the time. Seth Rollins was a freaking genius, still is, a genius in the ring. Sorry, no. Anyway, and plus, he just, even in this comic, forget about just in the ring and all that stuff. I always sound like, you know, whiny, oh, my dad didn't hug me enough stuff. He just sounds like a freaking crybaby in the comic. And it's like, dude, you're just reinforcing it. No, please move on. And you know what? I saw Big Enzo. I saw Enzo Amore and Big Cass in there, and they were friends, you know, in this particular issue. Go and explore their story. All right, or go back and do Goldberg's story, or go back and do Goldust's story for all I care. Shoot, just freaking come on, man! I don't want to see Roman Reigns anymore. I'm done. That train has moved on. All right, so please, if you would, something else. I'm going to give this comic a C. It was okay. It was drawn really well. It technically deserves a lot more, but I almost feel like. No, just even if this was forced and they were supposed to do this regardless, it wasn't good. No, it wasn't good. Just like you actually made me dislike Roman Reigns even more. Was that really your intent? Really? Anyway, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.